Monday, the 12th of July, 2021. It's hard to believe we're almost halfway through July now, and the year just flying by, actually. I had a lovely day in church yesterday. A lot of folks on holiday, but we had lovely spirit with those who were there. Just a tremendous family time together. We thank God so much for the church He's given us and the sweet fellowship we have now that we're back in church together. Thank God for a great day, have a great time together. I'm going to start this morning, and this is something that I come across these verses all the time, and I think it's because it's something that I need myself. I think these are personal things that I need, and sometimes I just share these and hope and pray that somebody else needs them, but sometimes they're for my benefit because I need to be reminded of them. I was reading through my chronological Bible reading, trying to read through the Bible in a year in the way things happen. In Isaiah last night. And Isaiah writes this, writing to the people of Israel, and part of those songs of praise that the people could sing. And it's a verse I've probably shared before, and maybe most of us have heard before, but it's something I need to hear on a regular basis. Isaiah writes, "You will keep him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on you, because he trusts in you. Trust in the Lord forever, for in Yah, the Lord, is everlasting strength. For he brings down those who dwell on high, the lofty city. He lays it low, he lays it to the ground, he brings it to the dust." And he goes on to say how God is the God of justice. But he says that the God will give perfect peace if our mind is stayed on him. Stayed is a word we don't use in that sense a lot anymore. But the idea is stayed, is stuck, it's hardened. It's a picture who's strengthened by him. God will give perfect peace, whose mind is strengthened or affixed to him. And because of the fact that we trust him. So trust in the Lord forever, for he is the Lord, Yah, Jehovah is our everlasting strength. I don't know why others, why we have such trouble with this sometimes. Sometimes it's just hard to find the perfect peace of God in our lives. Even though Jesus said, when he left, he says, I'm leaving peace with you, not like the world gives, but I'm leaving you my peace, perfect peace. And the key to that is that we've got to learn that the only way to have that peace is to trust him, because he is Jehovah. God is our everlasting, unchanging, never swaying, never weakening. He is that perfect peace that we need in our lives. And I need that. I even woke up this morning. I've got nothing in the world to be stressing about right now, and I'm not feeling at peace for some reason. And why? It's ignorant. It's stupid. It doesn't make any sense, especially for somebody who's been saved as long as I have. And I'm watching God do great things. As I mentioned, God met a tremendous need for us recently. Out of the clear blue sky, we have churches going well. God has given me plenty of chances to serve and to share my faith and to love others. And I'm at probably one of the best spiritual times of our lives at the moment, yet I still struggle with that perfect peace. And the reason, I think, is that I don't keep my mind perfectly stayed, perfectly strengthened, perfectly secured to him. And folks, we've got to find a way to do that. I know it's easier said than done because I'm in the same boat. I find it easier said than done. It preaches easier than it lives. But if we're ever going to have perfect peace, if I'm going to walk through my life with a peaceful life, dependent on God, I've got to remember that God is my strength. The everlasting, unchanging, holy God, who's the same God who said, "Let there be light," who's the same God who parted the Red Sea for Moses, who's the same God who raised Jesus from the dead, is my God today. And therefore, how can I fret? How can I not be at peace over the daily things that come in my life? And how can we be at peace about the really bad things that happen and the tragedies and the illnesses and the bad news that come? How can we do that if we're not trusting, truly trusting that our God is the everlasting God who doesn't change? God will keep us in perfect peace if our minds are stayed on him, if we're trusting him, if we're trusting him forever, because God, Jehovah, the Lord, if you're saved, is your everlasting strength. So let's find the perfect peace that only God can provide. We're not going to find it in our flesh. We're not going to find it in philosophy. We're not going to find it in anything except in the Lord himself, because he is our strength. Perfect peace God will give to those whose minds are stayed on him, because we trust in you, and we can trust in you forever, because you're our everlasting strength.